Hello and welcome to Only Connect. Now, it's been brought to my attention that due to an oversight in the paperwork, all of my opening remarks so far this series have been on the same subject, a subject which I am therefore not going to mention this evening. That unmentionable theme has absolutely run out of options. It has collapsed beneath me, like when the Holbeck Hall Hotel fell into the sea off Scarborough in 1993. What a loss, that wonderful old hotel. Part run by Charles Laughton, of course, star of Mutiny on the Bounty, a film about a group of people who are isolated from the bulk of humanity, deprived of natural light, dangerously low on vitamin C, and with little or no sense of appropriate social behaviour. Let's meet the teams. On my right, Susie Turner, a keen pie maker who recently broke her wrist while running in the GPS shape of a robot's face. Jeremy Turner, an amateur music producer who introduced an Egyptian cab driver to the pyramids while holidaying in Cairo. And their captain, Dave Ryan, a coach driver who once left some paperwork at the Swiss border because the gents' toilet was full of Chinese women. United by a fever for flames, they are the Pyromaniacs. Hello again. Now, you beat the cartoonists in your first heat. What's your happiest memory from that game?
I think the happiest memory was during the wall when Susie punched the air in a brief moment of triumph.
That's always a lovely thing to see.
It is.
I hope you'll be punching the air many times tonight, though no disrespect to your opponents, who are, on my left, Charlotte Jackson, an epidemiologist whose name appears in a Mr. Blobby joke book. Emma Harris, a former EFL teacher who once taught English to a member of the Versace family. And their captain, Rebecca Shaw, a modern languages graduate who played an owl in a Christmas nativity play. United by a devotion to the doctor, they are the Time Ladies. Hello, you beat the Motorheads in your opening heat. That was a nail-biting tiebreaker. How was your Only Connect experience compared with expectations?
Far more stressful than we'd hoped, and yes, we'd like something slightly less nerve-wracking this time round.
I'm afraid it just gets worse and worse as the series continues. In fact, the Pyromaniacs won the toss, but you've thrown your opponents in first, so it's stress right from the beginning for you. Please choose an Egyptian hieroglyph.
Lion, please.
OK. What is the connection between these apparently random clues? Here's the first.
There's a beer.
Yeah. Next, please.
Yeah, I think it's
Do they sponsor something else as well?
So certainly the
Channel for comedy.
Maybe because
I don't know what channel.
perhaps maybe we need to see another one.
Yeah. Next, please.
I don't know. Should go for the sponsored TV channel?
Yeah, I think that's the only one. That's the only thing I can
Do you want to see another one in case?
Should we?
So the ones I've
Well,
been. Next, please.
2 seconds.
Oh, right, comedy.
We think they sponsor comedy on TV.
I need to hear something
On
specific.
Channel 4.
Not it, I'm afraid, so Pyromaniacs have the chance for bonus point.
So they sponsor comedy, comedy festivals. Competitions? No.
That's not close enough either, I'm afraid, especially for a bonus point. They have all sponsored the Edinburgh Comedy Award. What most people refer to as the Perrier Award has actually had different sponsors over time, and these are 4 of them. So you're in the right area, but sadly not close enough for the point. Pyromaniacs, what would you like?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
The last time you won an Oscar, wasn't it? But I think we're going to have to go. Next, please. Queen or something.
Another one, maybe.
Yeah, next, please.
Yeah, she's a black American.
Next, please. Mrs. Brown.
Is the right answer. Talk me through the clues.
The 3 things, and then Brenda O'Carroll, who plays Mrs. Brown in Mrs. Brown's Boys. Is Judi Dench, did she play Queen Victoria?
That's right, and gossip referred to her as Mrs. Brown because of her friendship with John Brown. Pam Grier, that's Jackie Brown, the film from 1997. And do you know the Debbie Reynolds film?
Brown.
It's the unsinkable Molly Brown. Molly Brown was a real person who survived the sinking of the Titanic.
Ah, right.
So Mrs. Brown is the connection between all those actors. Well done. Time, ladies, what would you like?
Water, please.
Water. OK. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
It's in Albion.
Okay. Next, please.
I don't know about the spelling, but it's a song, it's a TV series.
Next, please.
Run, fat, run. Oh, can you repeat? So run, fat boy, run. Good night, sweetheart. Good night. I don't know about West Bromwich West.
Should we try it?
Yeah.
Yep. We think these are all, you can repeat the first word at the end of the phrase to make a...
That's exactly right. Run, Fat Boy, Run is a film starring Simon Pegg. Good night, sweetheart, good night. It's not the same as the song and sitcom with Nicholas Lyndhurst. It's a different song, Good night, sweetheart, good night. And West Bromwich West is a parliamentary constituency. In fact, Betty Boothroyd, the unsinkable Betty Boothroyd, was their magnificent MP. Last one would have been Ford Maddox, for the writer Ford Maddox Ford. You can add the first word to the end. Well done. Pyromaniacs, what would you like?
The horned viper, please.
The snake for you. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Next, please. Next, please. Next, please.
2 seconds.
Translations of countries and their capitals.
Not it, I'm afraid. Time, ladies, would you like to have a go for a bonus?
Anything?
No, I can't think.
Got no idea.
What made you think it might be translations of countries and their capitals?
Ostrich is a bit like the German word for Austria.
The German word for ostrich is Strauss, like the composer of Elektra, Richard Strauss. It is a translation question, but its composer's name's Brooke.
Handel.
Brooke means
Handel
fracture,
trade, yeah.
and he is the composer of Scottish fantasy trade Handel. And creek, what do you think is creek?
Bach, is it?
It is Bach.
Bach,
Here in Wales, of
right.
course, I think it means little, but Bach in German, a creek, and he was the composer of that. Shall I give you an example of a classic question from the game show 3, 2, 1? There's a conversation between the great Ted Rogers and his contestants. Ted Rogers says, you have to guess what it is. This is a composer, German by birth, English by adoption, best known for an oratorio published in 1741. It was called Messiah. You're bound to know his Handel. The contestant says, oh, God, I used to have this at school. Handel's water music. Ted says, so who's the composer? And he guesses Chopin. It goes over for a bonus and the other team guesses Beethoven. Beethoven. German composers' names translated. So no points there. Time, ladies, what would you like?
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. OK. Ah, a music question. What connects the clues you're going to hear? First one coming in now.
The heart rolls in, it's just a question of waiting it out. And that's when the music, I swear, gets me through.
Next, please.
You can say that you're leading me on.
I don't know, that sounds familiar, but I can't place it. I sort of recognise the
Next,
voice.
please.
Tell it to tomorrow, today will take its time to tell you what tonight will bring.
2 seconds.
Yeah. We think these are songs that are commonly misheard. Lyrics.
Well, I'm afraid to me that's all songs. I never really make them out, but I'm afraid that's not it. Pyromaniacs, would you like to go for a bonus?
Colour, I think. Is specific more colour?
You all recognised Purple Haze, didn't you, and none of the others? No. Funnily enough, it's not about being difficult to hear, it's about being difficult to see. Purple Haze, second clue was misty, last one was fog on the Tyne, and the first one, we wouldn't really expect you to recognise it, or the performer, James Yorkston, but we heard the words when the ha rolls in, and the ha is a sort of cold sea mist. What's the difference between mist and fog?
Mist, you can see further than fog. Is it 100 yards?
No, a kilometre.
A kilometre?
Yes,
right.
if you can see less than a kilometre, it's fog, and if you can see beyond that, it would just be mist. So all low visibility clues. Unlucky. Pyromaniacs, that leaves one question for you. The twisted flax. These are going to be picture clues. What connects them? Time starts now.
Rhythmatic. Yeah.
Places in my... No.
I thought she would. Next. Next, please.
Sorry, what was that character? In Hungry Harry.
Gladys. Gladys.
Night in the pit, no.
Next, please. The needles.
The needles, yeah. I live for it.
Next.
2 seconds.
They're all sharp things.
They are not all sharp things. Time, ladies, do you know?
Nursery rhymes?
That's not it. You know it. You are so close. You're dancing around it. Yes, Gladys. Her surname is Pugh. I liked you talking about Gladys Knight. Very nice, but you don't say a knight. It's a jack or a knave. Pew, knave, aisle, and that's apps at the end there. The various apps you might have on a phone. They are homophones for parts of a church. I feel you had it in your fingers there, but it slipped away in the fog. That means at the end of round 1, the Pyromaniacs have 1 point. The Time Ladies have 2. Are you scoring better at home? I bet you're not. Sequences round now. What comes fourth in a sequence? Time, ladies, you'll be going first again. Which question would you like?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. OK, you may see a maximum of 3 clues because I want to know what comes fourth. Time starts now.
Next, please. Next, please.
Maybe Wendy Day. Yeah, so maybe it's Hall.
Yes.
Jerry Hall.
Yep. Hall.
Is the right answer. Why is that?
Rupert Murdoch's wives.
They are the wives of Rupert Murdoch. Yes, Patricia Booker, Anna Torv, Wendy Deng was the third wife. That marriage was in the news quite a lot. And the next wife, lovely Jerry Hall. Well done. Pyromaniacs, what would you like?
The twisted flax, please.
The twisted flax. What would come fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Yeah, next, please. The places are north, east, south, that's west. Bordered into the west. Yeah.
Russia.
I think it could be west. Austria. Should we go for it? West Austria?
Unlucky. I'm going to show the third in a sequence, the Time Ladies, for a possible bonus point.
West Germany.
Is the right answer. And why is that?
I think these are the countries that border the Czech Republic.
That's absolutely right. Or I think they call it Czechia now, don't they? Its name changes very regularly, but yes, I would say the Czech Republic as well, and to the west, Germany. What would you like for your own question?
Water, please.
Water. OK. What would come fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please.
American independence.
Yeah. 4/7 American Independence Day.
Exactly so. Very well done. What's going on here?
These are the dates that these things happened on. So 1st of April, 2nd of May, 3rd of June, 4th of July.
That's exactly right. And you didn't fall for it, 1 of 4. You saw immediately it was a date. And, of course, this is a long time before the Second World War. It was 1924. Hitler was imprisoned. And then we're going up with both numbers. So we want something that happens on the 2nd of May, Osama bin Laden was killed. 3/6, 3rd of June, for example, British Army left Dunkirk. And anything from 4/7, most obviously the American Declaration of Independence adopted. Very well calculated. Pyromaniacs, what would you like?
The lion, please.
The lion. OK. Can you complete this sequence? Your time starts now.
Road. Yeah, next, please.
we need another one?
Yeah, next, please.
We can punt out a bit.
Yeah.
We'll give it a second.
2015. 2015, 306.
And why would that be?
Years and number of cities in the UK or something.
Peugeots.
I'm afraid that's not a sequence. So time, ladies, another bonus chance for you.
2014, 306.
And why would that be?
We think this is new countries being created in the years, then the number of
Oh, this is the number of
countries.
countries. That's not it either.
OK.
It's a maths question. They are prime numbers. 1,999 is the 303rd prime number, and they're years. So the next year that was a prime number after 1999, 2003, then 2011, and then we want the next prime number year, which would be 2017. That is number 306 of the prime numbers. A maths question. Unlucky.
Going well.
You may have your own question, though. What would you like?
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. OK, what would come fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Yeah. Next, please. I think the designer. I think the designer has the accent. So.
Right, okay. So this is obviously, we're in Greek territory here.
Yeah.
Okay, take another one. Yeah.
Next, please.
Oh, right, so who was the mother of Gaia? Who was the mother of Gaia?
God.
This is definitely. I'm wondering if it's asteroids and we're sending some.
Oh.
Oh, maybe.
But do you know your Greek is like the Hermes Aphrodite Gaia?
I don't think Gaia was Greek.
She was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it might be mothers, so it might be.
Okay.
Do you know the asteroid?
Go
2
Go
seconds.
for that. Go for you because you've got an answer.
We're going to try Ceres.
Not it, I'm afraid. Pyromaniacs, you've got a bonus chance.
Aries.
Is the right answer. And why is that?
Planets. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars is the equivalents.
It's as if the planets were named after Greek gods. So Hermes for Mercury, Aphrodite for Venus, Gaia for Earth. And we want the equivalent of Mars, which would be Aries. Well done for the bonus. And you may have the last question of the round, the snake. These are going to be picture clues. What sort of thing would you expect to see in the fourth picture? Here's the first.
Tattoo, gun.
Next, please. Green printers. Next, please.
Oh, it's a ticket. Ink. Gun.
2 seconds.
A picture of a printer cartridge.
And why would that be?
Susie just said printers, and I thought...
Printer ink.
Oh, I see. Well, it's always worth trying something. Sadly, that's not a sequence. Time, ladies, do you know?
Picture of a train ticket.
That's not it either. Let's have a look at the picture. There it is. This is to do with what age you need to be to do certain things. To get a tattoo in the UK,
15.
you must be 18, 17 to drive a car, buy a lottery ticket at 16, start that slippery slope nice and early, and then I want to hear something you need to be 15 to do. For example, going to a 15-rated film. That means at the end of round 2, the Pyromaniacs have 2 points, the Time Ladies have 8. Connecting all time now, and it's the Pyromaniacs' turn to go first. So you have the choice, lion or water.
Lion, please.
OK, you have 2.5 minutes to solve the lion wall, starting now.
I think that's coming from Slough in Berkshire.
It's ready.
Yeah. Cooking that bit, isn't it?
Yeah. Excellent.
These are all
Antigone, Brunhilde.
They're heroines or something.
Yeah, and Juliet in others, yeah.
Yeah.
They've got to be different, haven't they, Juliet?
Yeah, so Juliet, Antigone, Brunhilde, and...
Tavettes.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
3 lives now.
Easy chair, sedan chair.
Yeah.
Club
good.
chair,
High chair,
high
club
chair.
chair.
And that leaves you with Queen, Rook,
Room,
and Red. Oh no, Reading's a chair, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh, it could be a chair.
Oh, yeah.
Not chess things, are they?
plenty of time.
Yeah,
There's probably three things.
Yeah.
High chair, sedan chair. I mean, easy chair, high chair, sedan chair.
It's either club or reading. Yeah.
Reading chair thing.
Feels better with reading.
What else is Romeo then? I mean, it's the R. It's the letter R, isn't it?
Yeah.
But what else? A Romeo, A Queen.
Alpha Romeo, Alpha Queen.
Should we just try that one?
Well, no, because we've got time left to try and figure out what the other group is. Rome. Rue. Chess pieces.
I think we're going to have to do
Go
something like
reading. Okay, and then playing with...
You solved the wall. Very well done. But do you know why? Let's have a look at the connections. Tell me about the first blue group, Slough and so on.
Berkshire towns.
It's not Slough, it's Slough. And the green group, starting Javert.
Operatic heroines.
I'm afraid they are not all operatic heroines. They're not really all operas, and Javert is male.
Oh, right.
It's a much cheerier link. Suicides.
Oh, nice.
Javert from Les Miserables, so probably Javert, they would say. You could say it's operatic, but there's a song about his suicide. Juliet, Romeo and Juliet, of course, when she finds that Romeo has died, or so she thinks, a suicide there. Antigone and Brunhilde. I won't labour the point because it's a very gloomy topic, but they are some of them in operas and other pieces of work. And what about the next group? Sedan, club, easy, high.
Chairs.
Those are the chairs. And the next group, starting reading or reading.
They're all types of bird.
They're not all types of bird. They are represented by the letter R. I think you said that about Romeo. The R in the native alphabet, reading the three R's, reading, writing and sort of arithmetic. The Queen, Elizabeth R, and a rook in chess notation. Oh, you know chess notation. Remind me, how would you signify a knight in chess notation?
I did an N.
It would be an N. Well, it wouldn't be a K, would it? Because there's already the king. Nobody would think that it would be a K. That's obviously the king, so that would be an N. But an R for the rook. You knew it. It slithered through your fingers, though. But you solved the wall for 4 points and 2 more connections. That's a total of 6. Let's bring in their opponents now and give them the other wall, the water wall, and see how they get on with solving it. Time, ladies, you have 2.5 minutes, starting now.
OK, we've got football grounds. We've got Stamford Bridge, Anfield, Wembley. Molineux. Yep, OK. Eddington, Spotlight. No, it's not the film, that's Moonlight.
There's battles of Hastings.
OK, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Anfield was a battle, I think.
Yeah, there was a battle of Stamford Bridge as well.
OK, so we might be completely off.
Okay.
OK, so we've got Stamford Bridge, Anfield, Wembley. Should I just try various
these
things
different
of
ones,
that? OK, should I try Molineux?
Okay, so we... Okay. Right, so we've got Swoller, Boover...
Travelling
Red.
map.
Oh, Fraggles. I think there might be Fraggles. So sorry.
OK, travelling map. Is that one? I don't recognise these. Do you recognise any others? Is Badon one, potentially? Deepdale sounds like Deepdale. Yes. Hastings.
Battle of Stamford Bridge and... Okay, oh dear. Yeah, I think there's definitely... Certainly in the Fraggles there was a travelling mat and there was definitely a red and a boober. So maybe Gobo. Have you tried that one? No. Or Deepdale, is that not a fictional? Is that a fictional place? Or maybe it's a series or something?
Don't recognise it. It could be.
Spotlight may be a production company.
Yes, it is.
Deepdale maybe is a production
Deepdale,
company. Yeah.
Eddington.
And Red. Yeah, because maybe Turf Moors sounds like maybe a battleground as well.
Yeah, battles.
10 seconds.
Okay, Stamford Bridge and Trianfield.
Let me end the misery for you. The wall is frozen because the time is up. But don't worry, you can still get points for the connections. So let's resolve the wall. There we go, that's what we were looking for. Stamford Bridge, Hastings, and so on.
Oh, these battles.
They are the
Famous
battles. They're Anglo-Saxon battles. And the green group, Turf Moor, Anfield, Deepdale, Molyneux.
Okay. These are football grounds.
Those are the football grounds. Yes, Deepdale is not fictional. It is the home ground of Preston North End.
Okay.
And the next group, Red, Travelling Mat, Wembley, Boober.
These are the Fraggles.
They are the Fraggles. And you're right, Gobo is a Fraggle, but not in that group.
Yeah.
And the turquoise one, Spotlight, Psych Flood, and so on.
Is it lighting, like theatre or TV lighting?
Types of lighting?
That is theatrical lighting. So despite not finding the groups, you did get all the connections for 4 points. Well done. Let's have a look at the overall scores. The Pyromaniacs have 8 points. The Time Ladies have 12. Round 4 for you teams. Fingers on buzzers. I can tell you that the first group of missing vowels clues are all characters and the food they like. Time, ladies.
Winnie the Pooh and Honey.
Correct. Pyromaniacs.
Kojak and Lollipops.
Yes, it is. Pyromaniacs.
Desperate Dan and Cow Pie.
Correct. Time, ladies.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Pizza.
Well done. Next category, 3 consecutive things. Time, ladies.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Correct. Don't know this. Consecutive Prime Ministers, Brown, Cameron, May. Next clue. Time, ladies.
ABC.
Well done. Time, ladies.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus.
Correct. Next category. They took part in the D-Day landings. Pyromaniacs.
J.D. Salinger.
Yes, they did. Time, ladies.
David Niven.
Correct. Pyromaniacs.
Yogi Berra.
Well done. Pyromaniacs.
Oh no, James.
No, too long, I'm afraid. Time, ladies. Do you know?
James Doohan.
James Doohan is the right answer just as the bell went off. So, looking at the final scores, the Pyromaniacs finish with 11. The Time Ladies have 19. So, very well done, Time Ladies. Well quizzed. You're straight through to the next round. Pyromaniacs, you're not out. You'll get another chance later in the series. Thanks very much for watching. And before we go, I'm sorry about the mix-up in the credits last week. There were misspellings in the name of the director, producer, graphics equaliser and lion tamer. Should have been Bronwyn Hughes. Although this raises the bigger question of why we have a lion tamer. Bloated BBC. Goodbye.